Hi, everybody. This is Spiritual Teacher for You. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie, and I'm feeling the Halloween spooky season vibes this morning, hence the darker makeup. I don't know. When I'm getting ready, I'm just like, Spirit, what are we going to do today? So this is a little different from what I normally do. And yeah, that's the energy I'm feeling. So let's put our phones away, turn them to silent, grab your beverage of choice. I myself have coffee with caramel macchiato creamer. And my nose is running all of a sudden. My nose doesn't normally run, and it wasn't running before I turned the camera on. And then all of a sudden, my nose is running. So I'm going to take care of that so I'm not constantly wiping my nose. And I know what I'm feeling is the energy of the I'm getting Dia de los Muertos, so Day of the Dead. I'm getting just that, like I said before in other videos, that veil thinning and the fog between spirit and our world really thinning. So the air is thinner. I don't the air is thinner and your senses are heightened, and yeah, so this is that time. And I know it's cliche and people may roll their eyes, but there's a reason why that energy was brought up during this time, is because this is when your ancestors are reminding you of your purpose. They're reminding you that they came before you, and they are encouraging you to move forward. Now, I just keep getting that movie Coco. So I don't want to keep repeating readings I've done in the past. I've talked about those things. So I tend to come on here and first say what I'm feeling. So that way, if you resonate with that, you know this reading's for you. So if you've been really feeling the spooky season and Halloween and you're getting ready and you're excited about it, this is probably the reading for you for at this time. So I'm going to get tarot, and we're going to see what the collective needs to know at this time. This is such an interesting energy I'm feeling all of a sudden. Almost like I heard they don't want to know the truth. They want to be entertained. So the collective I'm tuning into might be a little bit in denial about the healing that needs to take place. And right now, you just want to feel good and fun. So I see you kind of searching for things that make you feel good, but it feels like a temporary feeling. And you're not searching for that within feeling to feel good. So I am getting a collective here who's focused on having fun, but in a temporary way. Instead of, it's just like you're like, you know what? I just want to have fun right now. I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to think about work. I don't want to think about healing or growing or reflecting or having epiphanies. I just want to have fun. And that is okay to do that. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that this is temporary fun just to get yourself in that energy. Wow, that is pretty cool. As I was talking, and I'm just waving the cards around. Did it really fall all the way? Yes, it did. Holy moly. The Hierophant came out. But and then on the bottom of the deck was the High Priestess. So like I said, I feel like there's a higher calling that you're feeling, but you're like, it's spooky season. I just want to have fun. And actually that's what they're trying to say, is like, yeah, we want you to have fun too. Yeah, like we want you to have fun too. We want to talk to you. We want to communicate with you. We want you to realize what you're capable of. And this is a time when you're going to be able to realize that if you're open to it. So those cards are pretty significant to come out. And look what just popped out of the deck. Like literally flew out. The Lovers. You guys, give me just a second. 576. Numbers could be significant. The Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Lovers. You know, a lot of movies, like when you're looking for a movie and it starts with the, You don't put the in because it's like, what kind of word is the actually? Give me a second on that one. So the is a definite article, a type of determiner, and it's most often used to specify a particular noun. So the feels like an introduction, almost like an announcement, almost like if when you showed up to the ball at the king's court and they would announce who you are and your status to everybody. That's what I see. That's the energy I feel is like, dun, dun, and now we have the Hierophant, or I'm hearing Duchess of Countyland, who knows? But it's just like this introduction. So I feel like you're kind of being introduced to the world here in this new energy. And when I get the Lovers, I feel this balance happening between light and shadow, masculine, feminine, cool, warm, ups, downs. There's just like this almost like full understanding. Now, all of a sudden, I'm getting like steam and a volcano erupting. So there's definitely something here about passion. Okay, let's get more here. Let's get more. Oh, no, they're wanting me to stick to these 3 cards. Let me just show you on camera these 3 cards lined up, and maybe you get a message yourself from those 3, especially if you know tarot. The Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Lovers. Okay, I'm getting something there. I'm seeing the High Priestess as, this is part of your higher calling. This is someone intuitive, mysterious, knows secrets of the universe. I'm getting higher wisdom. And with the Hierophant, there's something here about you teaching what you know, sharing what you know, what you're getting from spirit, your downloads, your epiphanies, your realizations, because this is help feminines waking up, and this is helping masculines waking up. This is helping feminines to be in their soft feminine nature energy, and this is getting masculines to be in their what's the adjective you want me to use, spirit? Their masculine masculinity. That's interesting. So I definitely feel the dual nature of feminine and masculine in all of us coming into balance as we share our experiences of these kind of energies. So you don't have to be some spiritual guru to share what you know about masculine energy and feminine energy, but Spirit's really wanting you to, I'm also getting not only share, but attain knowledge about what it's like to be balanced in those energies, okay? All right, they're saying I can move on now. Do you ever, I feel like I'm picking up on someone's loved one here who was always had a runny nose. They always had like a tissue, like hiding and digging in their nose. Like someone who's just constantly with a wadded up tissue in their hand. So if that resonates with you, this could be your loved one coming through here. Really encouraging you to step in your power. I'm getting the sensation to want to make sure all of my cards are upright, so I'm going to pause the camera to do that. All right, Spirit wanted me to come back on and just to let you know that if these become reversed, they were meant to be reversed coming out, because most of my cards are already upright. The R sound there sounded significant, so that could resonate with you. I'm also getting pirate, like R. And pirates are thieves. And there seems to be like a sentiment towards pirates for some reason. Why is that? What is pirate? Pirates literally steal. things. I think it's because there are some good pirate, what we consider good. So take piracy, and let's just make sure we're knowing what piracy is. 10:01 on the timer. I saw it at 10 and then I saw it change to 1. So anyways, what are pirates? Not what is piracy. We all know what that is. What are pirates? Robbers who attack and rob ships and coastal communities at sea using violence for private gain. While popular culture portrays them as swashbuckling adventures, real piracy involves robbery, violence, and slavery. So we've kind of took something really bad and kind of spun off of that and made it this like adventurous thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, so many people love pirates. We children have pirate themed birthdays, and it's like, do we realize what a pirate is? I love pirates too. That's what I'm saying. Is like there's this just higher understanding of what we're actually, the energy that we're actually inviting into our lives, because pirates steal things. I mean, you could think of it maybe like Robin Hood, who stole from the rich to give to the poor. But is that really the way to go about things? There's a lot of like philosophical questions coming up here. So you may be a philosophical type of person, very in your head a lot. This could be Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, those water and air signs I'm getting. So let's see. We got the Hanged Man. What was I just talking about, you guys? Literally having a higher understanding, right? That's what the Hanged Man is like surrendering and acknowledging that you don't know everything. Actually, like that's it. Can I get different words? You're not supposed to know everything. There we go. and so I think there's a lot of people, and I feel like I am tapping into this collective, which I'm guilty of this myself, is that I think I know. Like once I learn something, then I'm like, oh, I'm the expert on that now, I'm exaggerating it, but that's basically what it is. It's like you heard something one time from somewhere and all of a sudden you're the expert on that. And there's so much more knowledge out there, but I'm also getting the biggest message of you don't know what's out there. You don't know everything. You've only experienced like an iota of what's actually out there. And so you have no idea the different energies that are out there. And so there's something here about surrendering the idea that you know a lot. You don't even know a lot. You know a little bit. And so we're learning all the time. And the more you're open to learning, and that's what I'm getting is like this collective of, you got to a certain level of knowledge and you're like, I think I'm good there. And it's like you closed off anything new or different from what you previously believed because you decided not to be. Yeah, I'm getting that where you were at in your life, you couldn't handle something being different than what you already knew. Even though you may have desired that, and you knew there's a different truth out there, I'm getting that you can't handle the truth. That has come through several times in my readings, and it makes me laugh every time. What a famous line. So, okay, so now I'm getting, oh my God, what's the dude's name? I just see Johnny from... Here's Johnny from The Shining. Come on. Oh my God, you guys. I know you know it. I know you're back there going, it's blah, blah, blah. And my brain's like, doo. Let's stick to the message then. You can put it in the comments if you want to help me out. It might come later. Okay, so we've got the Devil, 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So... I'm hearing big bad wolf, the devil on the shoulder. I'm getting the shadowy aspect from the devil here. Any shadow aspects. I'm rewatching Dexter. And if you don't know, Dexter is about a serial killer, and basically the show just goes through his life, how he chooses his victims and what he does, and blah, 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 blah. And there's all these like crazy emotions going back and forth because he's a sociopath who's not supposed to feel anything, but then you see him kind of feeling something. It's like, wait a second, are you actually a sociopath? I thought so. Blah, 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 right? So I so I see that because Dexter, I mean, he's a serial killer. He kills people and not in a nice way. So I'm getting that there's like this, and he recently went to a counseling session, and the counselor was one of his victims. And the counselor, though, helped him have a breakthrough because he realized that he had to hide a whole aspect of himself from society. And he went through life pretending to be a certain way. And it's almost like, well, maybe that's why he looks like he's capable of feeling, is because he went his whole life pretending that he was having fun or pretending that he cared. And eventually, if you pretend for so long, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So I'm getting that you've talked to yourself for so long into thinking that these shadowy sides of you are so bad, and you're just at your wits end, honestly, with the 10 of Wands here. I feel a cycle completion of that. And I see that you are literally sitting here waiting for all of your wishes to be fulfilled. Like you're like presenting your cups here, going, I'm ready for them to be filled now. And you're just kind of waiting, but you still are guarded. Look at those arms crossed, but you have your legs open. So there's something here about healing your heart, because you cross your arms when you feel like you need to protect your heart. Next, watch, observe people who cross their arms and in what situations they cross their arms. When you cross your arms, and I do this myself, is an indication that you're trying to protect your heart. From what? It's like that's getting the ball rolling of the thoughts of why am I trying to protect my heart? What am I afraid of? And that's that openness I feel where the root chakra is right here, is you being open to not being scared anymore. You're tired of being scared. You're tired of questioning everything, and you just want to have fun. There it is again. You just want to have fun. You're tired of worrying, of being anxious, of trying to pre-plan and plan and predict, and nothing ever goes according to plan. Nothing. And that's because Spirit's trying to teach you to let go. They're trying to teach you a new way of living. Instead of being upright like this, see, you're not very steady this way. You're just on one foot, and you're going to tip over. But this way, you're able to relax. Look how relaxed you are. Almost like you're laying down. Like everything's going to be okay, so you're fine with it. But this way, you look very unsteady, like you're trying to get your balance. This is what you need to do. Look at things differently. Do things differently. Think differently. Am I asking you to be a different person? Spirit? No. A very clear no. You're not being a different person. You're remembering who you really are. Oh, that was beautiful, you guys. 7 of Wands. This is you this is you remembering who you are. And finally getting rid of all these things coming at you that you don't want anymore. And it's okay for you to set boundaries and say no. It's okay for you to be like, that is not my circus, okay? That is not my problem or my path. That's your path. It's okay to finally go, you know what? I can't be part of this path anymore. I can't be part of that energy. And people are going to fall away from you. Some are going to have stronger attachments to you and try to hold on a lot tighter. And those are the ones that have been draining from you the most. Okay. So when they feel your absence, they're like, oh my God, I need my like fill. I think I've even said that to somebody before. I need my somebody fix. And I was joking, but then it's like, wait a second. Are you draining from them? And then you start to question, like, wait a second, am I the one that's, and then ooh, just get ready. But it's all good, you guys. It leads to such a bright light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. You think you wonder why you want. Whoo! I just saw a tunnel. And then my heart, like, I had to take a deep breath there. There's something here about a tunnel. But you wonder why people say the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, it's used in so many aspects of when you're going through something difficult in your life and the tunnel's so dark, and then all of a sudden you see something happens and you see the light at the end, so you know everything's going to be okay, but you still have to get there, you see it, you're like, oh my God, it's right there. And so a lot of people give up because they see it, so they know it's possible, so they're like, it'll always be there. But as you stop and you stop going after the light, it gets further and further away. So there's something here about, even though you may see the light, keep going. Keep going. Because you have to get to the light, And so I really feel, like I said, I feel that darkness. And I'm also getting that tunnels, symbolize death and rebirth. So we see a tunnel and the light. When we say we see the light, when somebody's on their deathbed and they see the light, they're transitioning, and if only our loved ones could tell us everything they're experiencing when they're at that point, boy, I think we would have the most different viewpoints of death, because we think they're suffering because we see how their body is and they're not able to communicate like they did before. And so you're watching them literally dying and they can't communicate anything, but they're experiencing something because you see them just kind of look beyond you. You see their eyes glaze over. There's just all kinds of signs that they're somewhere else. It's just that their body has to go through this dying process. And this isn't for everyone who passes away, right? Some people have immediate deaths, but this is like when you're at that age that your body's now like, okay, I'm done. And you're spiritually and mentally and energetically done. So you made an agreement to pass at this time. And so you're just passing back into yourself, actually, I don't know what happens. I can't say that definitely or definitively. That's just what I believe, that you go back to yourself, your highest self. And yeah, it's another kind of remembrance, right? It's another kind of remembrance. You remember fully who you are then when you transition out of this world, out of the earth, out of the 3D element, okay? Wow, that was pretty intense, you guys. Woo, woo, woo! Look at that. The Lovers, and then we have the Two of Cups, you guys. This whole journey is all about coming into balance to your fullest self, and which I was just talking about. You don't have to die to go to your fullest self. You can do that here on earth. But a lot of people don't make it there. That's what I'm saying. They don't get to the light at the end of the tunnel. But you do. You do. You get to see what's on the other side. You get to see what's out of the darkness. You get to be reborn. But you have to keep choosing it. You can't stop. You have to keep choosing to be reborn. You have to, those babies have to decide to go through that tunnel, to go through that tunnel and come out in the light. Yes, we're pulling and pushing them, not push. Well, the body is literally pushing them. And don't tell me you ain't got somebody in your corner pushing you right now, or supporting you. That's the mother's job, right? To push the baby out, and the doctor is there to catch the baby. So you have somebody coming, so you have somebody on the other side of that light that is there to support you, who is an expert, who knows what they're doing, who can tell you how you're doing. They may need to smack your bottom a little to get you to wake up and take that first breath and actually like go. So there may be like a shock period where you're just like, this is my life now? What? Wow, the imagery I'm getting, you guys, is pretty freaking beautiful and so synchronistic to everything. And I'm even seeing my ring light and just like it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. And also I removed this lamp over here. It was so I could shine a light on my art as I recorded it, but now the light's in front of me and I like it so much better. But then I have this darker corner and it was bothering me, but then I realized that's my shadow. That's the shadow over there. And this is the light. And so I love that dual aspect while doing these readings as almost a reminder and a confirmation that we're always reaching for that balance of our light and our dark. And y'all, I can't help but to notice that the dark side is on my masculine side. I'm getting Darth Vader here. Luke, I am your father. Okay, creepy. And then my light is on my feminine. So I feel like that is some I'm thinking that's connecting to me, but I also feel like that's connecting to you if you're tuning in, that your masculine energy has been going through an ego death, a bit of oh my God, it's been me the whole time, okay? It's been my energy that's been seeing things a certain way and affecting people around me. Even though other people's energies have affected me too, I'm also affecting other people. No wonder they're reacting a certain way towards me or acting a certain way, because I haven't been genuine. I haven't been my authentic self. I've been living from trauma. So I've been in this survival mode, feeling like I need to fear everything. And then it's like your feminine, nurturing, mothering side, compassionate, empathetic side has been going, now let's shine a light on your fears here. What's really going on? Where are these fears coming from? So I almost see this like parenting counseling thing that you're doing with your light and shadow here. And it's all about coming into union with those aspects, that masculine and feminine. And look what's above that red winged lion with the horn. The ears almost look like horns. So there's like illusions, because that's actually a very, those are ears. And I've seen them as horns many, many times. And that red color, which actually reminds me of the devil here. They look similar, but they're not the same, right? The devil is very clearly those terrible, terrible things that we put ourselves through. And this is a lion, but is very fierce looking. And notice that is so interesting, you guys. I love this. Notice that these characters back here are fully naked, but chained. So it's like you haven't been able to express yourself fully in the past. Like you could only express yourself so much. And then here, and also like with this big bad presence. Like there's these two characters trying to live their life, but there's this big bad presence right here. This overarching negative negative self-talk going on here. And then here you are showing up way more authentically, and they've shrunk. It's shrunken now. It's now a triangular triad here, an equal balance of our shadows and our light together as one, and it is not balanced here. There's no balance here. So Spirit's wanting you to realize that the more you give into your temptations, the more your balance is off, and the more you feel like you're having to hold life up in this way. When really spirit's wanting you to realize you have every right to sit back and just wait for your desires to come in. And all you have to do is weed out what no longer suits you and discern your energy from others. And here you are living joyfully, happily with your partner, with your balanced partner, and you also balanced, representing who you truly feel. Yes, these are clothed people, but they're wearing what represents them. Okay? This feels like humiliation. This feels like pride and joy and love. Okay? All right, so we're going to end there on a Bob Ross card. That was some pretty intense energy right there at the end. I was getting pretty cool visuals, and yeah, it was just awesome. I like it when spirit takes over and I literally only see what's in my mind's eye and not what's in front of me. So if you see my eyes kind of glaze over there a little bit, I'm not seeing you anymore. I'm not seeing the camera. I'm not seeing the computer or my mic or anything in front of me. I see the cards and I see my mind's eye, which is a really cool place to be in when I'm giving readings, because I can describe things a lot better that way. So, and that means too that your energy is very connected to me, for me to be able to go into that deep state of trance is what I want to say, because that's what it feels like. But also, if you feel like you want to connect with me more, you can reach out for a personal reading through my Etsy, or just reach out through Facebook at Spiritual Teacher for You, and we can do the exchange that way. Also, you can just like or comment this video. You can subscribe to my channel. Any way you can make a connection, that is the best way to make these visions and energies come through much stronger. Okay, you guys? All right. I ended the video without talking about the Bob Ross cards that I had gotten out. It's a 10 and a 7. And it's a 10 of diamonds and a 7 of hearts. 10 being that cycle completion. And 7 being that number of connecting with spirit and allowing the flow. So it's gonna feel like I'm ending the video, but I'm anyways, I gotta put these videos together now. So 10 and 7 makes 17, which makes 8, which is about abundance and manifesting and gratitude, being grateful for what we have. Gratitude's come through a lot lately. Basically, the attitude of gratitude is the key to manifesting your desires. That's all I'm going to say about that. Use absolutely no pressure, just like an angel's wings. Wow. Bob. These are Bob Ross cards. Bob, that's so sweet. No pressure. There's no pressure. People put pressure on time. That's the pressure I'm getting. Pressure on time. Guys, there's no time. Time is a construct that we make to feel in control. You know what I'm realizing? People who view time as, oh, look at me. I'm like crossing my arms in front of me, you guys. This is, and I'm not crossing it over my heart like this. I'm crossing over my solar plexus. And this is our personal power. So someone here feels not confident to express their personal power, or doesn't feel fully in their personal power. There's a block there for sure. So time has made you feel out of control, which makes you feel powerless. It drains you. So I feel someone here. Okay, let me get back to the message that I wanted to say before that I got, that people who are late or always rushing or missing deadlines because they view time as always slipping away. They view time as they're lacking time. People who are extremely early and get there before things are even ready. Like I'm getting like you show up to appointments 30 minutes early. Well, that's a little early. Things are, and I hear you have the attitude of, well, maybe they can get me in sooner. Probably not. I mean, there are some times where that happens, but probably not. And it just getting there too early puts the pressure on of the appointment. And then there you are adding pressure when there shouldn't be. So there's something here about as you release the pressure of time, you arrive right on time. When you release the pressure of time, but I hear you saying things like, I'm running out of time. I don't know how much time I'll have. There's no time to do that. That is decreasing your amount of time. It's shrinking time for you because you view time as lacking. But if you take the pressure away from the situation and you just show up in a flow state and you allow things to happen naturally, you'll find that things are right on time. I promise you. Yes, I think that's one of the hardest things for people to let go of for sure. Every painting is going to be different, and that's what makes it great. That there's the other quote from Bob, and I think that's perfect the way it is. So I'm going to end here, you guys. Love you so much. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I truly appreciate your support. I appreciate you reaching out. It makes me feel alive. It makes me feel so connected to you guys. Thank you. All right, bye.